Another topic that came up during Sessions' confirmation hearing that I think should be of interest to people on both the left and the right was based on the two potential people who had the best chance of becoming president, Hillary Clinton, Donald Trump, based on the crimes that they have committed in the past or implied that they've committed, would you be willing to investigate them as Attorney General? Now, asked about Hillary Clinton, he said there might be a conflict of interest there, and so I would recuse myself if she is brought up on charges of some sort, as it was implied during the RNC that she would. So I guess that's to his credit. I don't know. And then there are the concerns about Donald Trump, which are a very different sort of concern. I want to give Patrick Leahy credit for asking these questions.
Is grabbing a woman by her genitals without consent, is that sexual assault?
Clearly, it would be.
Thank you. If a sitting president or any other high federal official was accused of committing what the president-elect described in a context in which it could be federally prosecuted, would you be able to prosecute and investigate?
The president is subject to certain lawful restrictions, and they would be required to be applied by the appropriate law enforcement official if appropriate, yes.
And the conduct described, based on the description, would be sexual assault?
Well, the confusion about the question was a hypothetical question, and it related to what was said on the tape. I did not remember at the time whether this was suggested to be an unaccepted, unwanted, would certainly meet the definition. If that's what the tape said, then that would be...
My question is very simple. Is grabbing a woman by her genitals without consent, is that sexual assault?
Yes.
Okay, they reached agreement on that at the very least.
So but I'm sure Jeff Sessions will turn around and prosecute Donald Trump on day one.
Because he doesn't know what's in the tape. There ain't nobody in America who doesn't know what's on that tape.
You heard that tape 10 times, dude, and everybody knows
Little Baron Trump has it memorized.
Oh, yeah. I hope not.
So anyway, that's good. Maybe if that some of that comes out, there will be an actual investigation.
No way. Of course not.
No, you don't think so? No.
Once you become a member of the Young Turks, you're going to be thinking,
Sarabies!
TRTnetwork.com/join.